Hey people, this week I'm going to show you the mastering process that I do for my songs. I'm going to show you the plugins that I use, how I use them, and how they can help you on your productions. So come on, let's check it out. I got one channel for music and one channel for vocals. A little bit of saturation and a little bit of pentode harmonics, or the cartridge. You can do the mono section and the stereo section. The cue all close, so it's specific to one frequency with the compression. Hey guys, so we're back here in the session. I'm gonna show you what I do in my mastering. I hope it can help you with your masters. So if we go into the session, as you can see here, I got one channel for music and one channel for vocals. I like having my vocals separately from my music to master. You can do that with your artist or the artist you're working with. You can ask them to send them. In my opinion, it helps to put the vocals where you think it can help better for the song. The first thing I do is put harmonics, coloring, right? Texture, what I call. The first one, in this song, I use the black box, a little bit of saturation, and a little bit of pentode harmonics. Secondly, I use the NLS Buss with a little bit of noise and 1 or 0.9 in this case of drive, right? Gives me like attitude to what I wanted. Then I use the Abbey Road as bringing up more harmonics. So remember, here you can add a lot of noise or take out all the noise of it and some crackles if you want. That's what I use it for. And also, while you're listening to the song, you can check out if you use Sprint or Lacquer or AR or DJ, and the cartridge if it's MC or DJ. Let's check it out a little bit. Print, Larke, the turntable, DJ, AR, or the cartridge, MC, or DJ. So then I use the precision case stereo. So what it does, it's bring the ambience here, it gives more depth to the song. And here, what it does, it brings the mid right. If you want to put it out more, it does that. And also with the sides. So remember, when you're mastering, it's always just a little bit, because the song is already mixed. How the song wants to be heard, it's already done. You just gotta tweak it out a little bit so it sounds more professional for all the medias. So ambience for depth and mid-side for the middle and for the sides. This EQ, the BX Digital V3, what I do is I clean the frequencies that are resonating, right? So when you listen to it, this is the gain, this is the EQ, like how open or how close you want the EQ to work, or the Q, like they have it here, and this is where you want your EQ to be. Check which EQ you wanna cut out. Remember, this EQ, in my opinion, is for cleaning. You can do the mono section and the stereo section. So what I do is I listen, I turn the knob, the cue all close, so it's specific to one frequency, and then I start sweeping to see which EQ it's resonating too much, so I can clean that. Check it out. So there, it's it's a little bit resonating. I'm not sure if you're listening what I'm listening, but that's what it does. So in my opinion, this EQ is for cleaning frequencies that resonate. The one was for cleaning, this one is for enhancing. But remember, I only enhance half of dB, maybe 1 dB, and that's it. Because the EQ, the mixing is already done. So in the low frequencies, I use this type of frequency or this type of EQing under 91 Hertz. And look here, you can see it's only half a dB, right? Then in the 500s, I cut a little bit and I cut 1 dB. In the 3.6K, I also cut a little bit because in this song, the snare was too high, like the frequencies of the high were not that good, so I cut it a little bit. And then in the 16K, what I did is get a little bit of air, like half dB of air. So let's listen with the EQ and without the EQ. Here we go. Without the EQ first. With the EQ. Without. With. So it's just a little enhancement of what is already done. Shadow Hills, a compressor. Remember, this Shadow Hill compressor has two types of compression. It has an optical compression, which works like a 2A, LA 2A, and it has a VCA compressor, right? So you can make them work separately, or you can make them work connected or inline, one after the other one. That's what I do. Remember, it's just a little compression. And here you can give you a texture if you want nickel, iron, or steel. So here we go. Without the compression. With the compression. I think it brings out everything more alive, more punchiness. Then I got a solid bus compression. What I do with this one is connect, like stick a little bit more all the instruments together, so they have a good range dynamic between them. Not too much, not too little. And that's what I basically do. I do the same here with the vocals, Black Box, NLS Buss, Abbey Road, Precision, EQs. Here I use 2 EQs because I wanted to cut more resonated frequencies, and the same Chandler for the EQ enhancement, the Shadow Hill compressor, and the solid bus. And then when I sum them up, what I do is another time solid bus compressor, so we can stick together the music and the vocals. And then I use this limiter, the Brainworks limiter. I think it's pretty good. What I do here is I put a ceiling, not zero ceiling, but I do minus 0.3 of ceiling. And I use this loudness meter, which is free. Very good meter, it's free, and it has the LUFS short-term and integrated loudness range, real-time dynamics, and average dynamics. And normally I pay a lot of attention to the short terms, which I try to maintain between -8 or -9 dB. So I tend to maintain this between -8 and -9. Check it out. Since there's no vocals, it tends to go -10, but once the vocals come in and everything pops up, look. See, -9, and sometimes it goes -8. So this is what I do in my mastering. Here I have my vocal, I have my music, my vocals, then I have one print of all together, a sum up here, and then I print again just for the fades ins and fades out, like how I want it to actually fade in and fade out. And that, then I print it here, and that's the song I released. Hey people, so that's basically the mastering process that I do for my songs. It might change from time to time, but that's basically it. I hope it has helped you. I hope you can use it on your productions. Remember, give likes, put comments. What type of plugins do you use on your masters? What type of processes do you do on your masters? So remember to give like, to subscribe. It'll help me a lot in this channel so we can grow together and I can show you the things that I do on my productions. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.